Hello. So last November, I was walking down Prince Street. I was pushing my bicycle, and the reason I was pushing my bicycle is I had a bag full of food from Cocina Mexicana. It was tamales, pozole, and al pastor tacos, and the wind was pushing on me, and it was chilly, and so my bike was wobbling, and as I was walking, I could feel a vibration in my hip pocket. And so I pulled out my phone, and I saw that it was a text from a girl I was seeing at the time, and I was giddy and excited, and I didn't respond because I was trying to focus on keeping my bike steady, pushing it up Prince Street, and didn't want to run into anyone, so I put it back into my puffy red vest. And from behind me, I hear a voice say, "I think it's so funny seeing you young people walking and texting." And I said, "You know, I'm really bad about that kind of thing. I'll do lots of things on my phone while I'm walking. Like the other day, you should have seen me. I was walking down the street trying to pay my Comcast bill on my phone, and I tripped on a storm cellar door. And I bloodied up my knuckles and my arms really bad. And I was just really happy that no one had saw me." So we keep walking, and I said, "But you know, when I get a text from a pretty girl, I have to look at it even if I can't respond right away." And he pauses and he says, "So you're into girls?" Oh, I thought to myself, why did I say that? This stranger could, say anything. Like, he might get really weird and say, "Are you into threesomes?" And like, "You can come to this swingers party." I have nothing against that. I'm just not into it. And or he might get preachy and tell me, "You're going to hell and burning forever for liking women," and or who knows what. But he didn't, he didn't say anything. I didn't say anything. I said, "Yep." That's about all I said. And he says, I can understand that." That was not what I had expected. So I kept engaging. I said, "Do you understand because you're into women too?" I should say that this man was in his late 50s, and he was kind of disheveled, and I didn't know what to make of him. And after some consideration, he says, "Well, I'm half and half." Which is an interesting way to put bisexual. Are you creamer or are you half and half? I don't know what that means. But, and so I stopped, and because this was not what I had expected at all, because I myself identify as bisexual, and I understand how that can be sometimes, how people can take you or not take you. And he said, "I'm half and half, but I have a hard time finding men to date." And so we stopped and we chatted for a bit, and we talked about different places you could go and find community. And I admit that my experience might be different from his. I'm in my early 30s and he's in his 50s, so I didn't really know if anything I was telling him was applicable. But I pointed him to places like Alder Health and LGBT Center of Central PA and the Seed, and he said to me, "Do they let people like me, people like us in there?" I said, "Yeah, they're safe spaces." And so we kept talking, and he said, "Well, I'm going to go down here to Downtown Books and see if I can find anything." And I said, "Okay, well, good luck with that. I'm Sam, by the way. It was nice meeting you." And he says, I'm Robert. It was nice meeting you too." And that was a pretty good vibration.